All right, guys, we're going to talk about gathering today. Best place to start at is our payload or troop load. If you go ahead and click on your APC, this number in the middle at 1.28 million is your troop load. That tells you how much this APC can carry. Now that is not apples to apples in terms of what you're gathering. Everything has a specific weight. The weight of food and fuel is 2 units, wood is 3, and iron is 4. So that means I can carry 600,000 food as opposed to 300,000 iron or ore. Now, if I want to adjust that number, I just put more troops in, and look at that, it goes up. Things that you can play around with is your configuration. Vehicles carry the most, so this guy can carry almost 2.5 million, as opposed to doing something less and still be full of 1.2 million. So something to think about as you're raiding and gathering, but again, we're just talking about gathering today. You can, if you want to see exactly what this number is, you can go to your promotion building, go ahead and click on a guy and click on that eyeball, and you can see troop load in the bottom right is a 9, versus troop load on a vehicle is a 20. Surprise, vehicles can carry more payload. So if you want to maximize that, vehicles are the way to go. As you notice, I didn't say how much a diamond weighs. That's because we don't gather diamonds. They are worthless. Your time is much better spent gathering food, fuel, iron, or wood, whatever you need. Don't waste the durability trying to gather diamonds. As you can see here, Lou was so nice to build me a level 10 plot, and I am very appreciative of it, but we're gonna go through kind of how that impacts us. So I have a level 10 plot right by my base. This is what you see everywhere. If you go to the hive, it's all over the place. It looks cool, it's close, it's convenient. This is what we like to see. Unused plots will disappear. If they're not being used, they will go away. I don't know if that takes an hour or a day, but they do not sit here until they are empty. So please think about that as you're burning rocks to use them. So how do you get rocks? Well, if you go ahead and go to your Alliance store, you see bunch of rocks. There are 100,000. You can buy one. 100,000 is not bad. You can make that up in about 2 or 3 days, depending on how active you are on donations, which is exactly why we want people donating. All you got to do is when you're in the world view, click build, click resource, figure out which one you want, and go ahead and build it. As you can see, it's only 50 stone, and I just got 1,000 of them. That's a pretty sweet deal. They're very inexpensive, which is why we don't need to be fighting over them. Everybody at the hive, I highly recommend working together, building them throughout the day. Again, don't build so many that they just get unused and disappear, but they're very cheap, so let's not squabble about that. A plot that's a level 10, that's been built by somebody. A plot that's a level 6, that is not built by somebody. The game will generate them automatically up to level 6, or apparently level 7. If it is over that, so an 8, 9, or 10, that has been built by somebody. Please keep that in mind as you're occupying them. If you're occupying one built by somebody, they probably built it for a reason. So please try to keep that in mind as we take them from other people. A level 10 has a lot of resources, 1.1 million. That is a lot. You can see I have a gathering time up there of 1 day and 5 hours. That's a very long time. The odds of me sitting out there for that day and 5 hours is very low. And additionally, that's just going to fill up my payload. This guy at 1.1 million will still be there. I need a payload of about 4 million in order to deplete this guy. So as you can see, there are a lot of resources here, and he will likely disappear long before I can gather everything that I need, which is why 6s and 7s are great for our higher level guys, because we can go ahead and set that guy. I got a level 6 right here. I still have a 19-hour gather time. There is no way he will be there that long. I plan on recalling him actually pretty soon. But hey, that's something to think about as we're sending troops out there. Now, this guy is a good example of what you want to do during a kill event. He's 32 kilometers away from the base, which is nice. We like that. No one's going to see that as a good target, as opposed to this one. This is a full APC. It can't defend itself very well. Obviously, it can't bubble. It doesn't get any of the perks that my base has in terms of defense. So he's as weak as it can be, and he's full of a lot of troops. This is what people like to attack, and this is what we hate watching get attacked. So please don't do this during a kill event. Please put them well away from your base. That way nobody can see it and pounce and hit several areas at the same time. If you look, I went ahead and put a smaller APC right here on this guy. He only has a 2-hour gathering time, which is nice because he's going to be back into my base soon. This is something that I've done strategically to make sure, for example, during a kill event, I'm still maybe getting out there and gathering resources, but he's going to be back into the base soon, so odds of him getting hit are much lower. Additionally, that APC only has 3,700 units in it, a payload of 100,000. So if they hit it, that's all I'm going to lose is a handful of troops, and they burnt 20 durability. That is much better of an option than having, 100,000 troops in here and just getting massacred. That sucks, and that's the stuff that we don't want to see. So in a kill event, if you're getting out there and gathering, we want to see the smaller troops. We only want to be seeing, short gathering times. Get out there, gather your stuff, get back, stay safe, and don't give away troops. Don't give away resources. When we see people, especially that are farmers, and they're cloning and they need like 10 million food, it's probably because they're sending APCs out to gather that look like that, and they get attacked. That is not good. That's not what we want to see. Please think about that going forward.